commands the floor, battling for justice, bringing down the house with force. In the shadows of the city where the lights dim low, Captain Kern steps out ready to blow, with a heart made of steel and fists to match. Enemies shudder when they catch his dispatch. He's a knight in the night, rolling deep, justice sword he's sworn to keep. Captain Kern, he's on the fight, battling wrongs, upholding right. In the streets, he's a justice free. Captain Kern, the hero we need. Never backs down, he's on the front line, facing the evils that intertwine. Corruption's fine, stripping the streets. He tears them down with lyrical beats. A vigilante with a badge of honor, burns the storm, chaos has got her. Boom, boom, hear the thunder roll. Captain Kern's on patrol, rights the wrongs, breaks the chains. In his world, justice reigns. Captain Kern, he's on the fight, battling wrongs, upholding right. In the streets, he's a justice free. Captain Kern, the hero we need. To the depths of despair, he rises high, a beacon of hope under the night sky. Enemies fear when his name is called, a symbol of power on a pole. With every step, he claims the land, justice delivered by his commanding hand. So when you're lost and the night draws near, remember Captain Kern let out a cheer. For justice, for truth, for the right. He's the guardian of the city's light. Hardcore rhythm fading out, justice served, no doubt.
All right, there we go. Sometimes that microphone does not like to be used. So let me, no, I wasn't muted. Let me change the microphone because I don't like this one anyway. Reek. Oh my God. Hold on. Okay, there we go. That'll fix that, and I don't have to worry about it no more. Good morning, everybody. The captain's here. How's everybody? Hope you all had a good new year. Good morning, Debbie. I had a somewhat good year. I got sick on New Year's Eve. We had Pizza Hut for dinner, and it made me sick as a dog for a day and a half. So, yeah, it was not good. Now, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce your name, but Benny Soy, is that right? Greetings. Wifey's here. Alrighty, wifey here. We're live on Rumble, YouTube, X, Twitch. It's going to be a generalized live stream, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. Oh, wow, I actually nailed it. Nice. That's an awesome thing to do. I love when I get people's names right. So, and my face is being washed out because I forgot to turn the damn lights on. Yarg. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now I'm washed out even more. What is going on? I don't even know. I don't care. G Money Crickets. G Money Crickets. It's just one of those days. I'm just like, meh. Here, we'll just do this. Let's just turn this off so that the green screen doesn't bitch anymore. There we are. You guys can see my office. How's everybody doing this morning? I thank you for being here. This is kind of an impromptu thing because I was, debating on whether I was actually going to go live until tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be doing the story of my daughter, and I appreciate all the people helping me today to finish up all the data and research on that, of what happened to her. So I appreciate that greatly. Big shout out to Squid and Squid Pro Quo, and then a bunch of people over at um, the Gavel Discord, because talk about research, man. Oof, these guys are, I mean, nailing it. The state of Nebraska, submitted a request 2 months ago for documents regarding my daughter's, when my daughter died, and they still haven't gotten back to me. So I'm like, okay, I reached out to the communities that I know, the LawTube community and my friends, and I'm already getting documents in, which is amazing. So big thank you to everybody that's working through all that for me. Appreciate you all. And other stuff going on. As you guys know, we got some 3D printers back here, and I've got some projects coming up with that. I'm trying to get some sponsorships lined up, but I actually need to get a 3D printing community together from the people that I've talked to so far to get some sponsorships from projects, either printing projects or material donate sponsorship, so forth. But as you can see up on the wall up here, I am running definitely short of plastic to print with. All those rolls are like, there's barely anything on them. So I'm like, well, I've got to get some filament in so I can actually do some of this stuff. So hopefully we can get that done here pretty quickly. But and I don't want to really rehash the news from the last 2 days that's gone on in the United States. We all know about the Cybertruck, and we all know about that literal walking piece of crap that plowed into all those people. And I am so desperately sorry for all of those folks. And to find out that it was a U.S. military person that did it. Oh my God, that's that is something that none of us should ever have to deal with, you know. But one of the things I did want to talk about, something that we need to change in 2025 is, and if anybody knows me, knows that I am not anti-police. I am furthest from the truth. God bless America every day. God, thank you. We need it right now. Holy crap. I am not anti-police in any way, but I am anti-bad cop. And one of the things that I noticed in 2024 was that we have huge sums of videos getting put up on the internet that showcase bad cops. If we are showcasing bad cops that frequently, why are they still employed? Why do we have these people still running around abusing their power and doing crooked things? I, in my home state here in Colorado, there was one that just recently came out about from Arapahoe County. I know officers in Arapahoe County. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? How are these people getting away with this type of crap? This is just, it's no bueno. You know, how do they keep their jobs? Mr. Sir Frank Otter, good morning, my friend. How are you? How are things up north? It is 28 degrees, mostly cloudy, a little bit chilly, not bad. This polar vortex seems to be a nothing burger, by the way. So far, anyhow. Why is the light on this side so much brighter? I'm just saying. Has anybody's day been totally messed up with the change in schedule between Shizzy and Mo? I've got like 2 hours in the morning that I don't know what to do with myself. And to top it all off, one of my other channels that I watch every single morning hasn't uploaded a video in 6 days. Daily Driven Exotics. They're taking a break and they didn't let anybody know about it, so we're all tripping. I'm like, oh my God. Little chilly, 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Four? It is 28 here. 4 degrees. Oh my gosh, my guy. Oh my gosh. So, oh my Lord. I mean, my mornings have been just completely messed up now. It's like you get used to doing, having this, pattern that you do every single morning, and then people change, and it's like, what do I do with myself? So I sit and watch shorts for the last 6 days for almost 2 hours, and I'm like, oh God, this hurts. Mm. Y'all didn't get to see. This is the new coffee cup that my youngest got me, my 17-year-old. Look at this. Isn't that cool as hell? Yeah. He got that for me for Christmas. I'm like, I dig it. I like it a lot. 24 degrees. Don't know why the two didn't work. I was gonna say it's not that far. It's an hour or so, hour and a half away. What the heck, man? Debbie says it's 33 in my part of Tennessee. Debbie, what is wrong with Tennessee right now? I wanted to ask the expert this, and I haven't had a chance to, but you guys' state's gone absolutely batshit crazy, especially the state patrol. I was just talking about bad cop videos. There is in the last week no less than 15 that I've seen that were published of weird false arrests and corrupt cops from November to like 2 days ago. I was like, what is going on in that state? I literally thought I was watching West Virginia because, the feds had to step in there with their state police. I mean, I am not, no, truth be told, everybody, just so you know, I am a constitutionalist. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I think those people are fucking morons. Christine, good morning. Good morning. But I do believe in the hard rule of law that nobody is above the law. And one of the things that officers have seemed to, not all of it, but a lot of them, I'm not going to say like a fair majority at all, but even 5% is way too many. They get in there for the power trip. Can I do something for your birthday stream? When's your birthday? Is it today? What would you like me to do for your birthday stream? I can do a lot of things, but I don't know what I can do. Tell me what you'd like. And this is me being flat out me because I am not going to censor anything at all. And if one of the platforms doesn't like it and decides this particular broadcast goes off, remember we are on Rumble. Same name, different station. If you are, do me a favor though. If you guys could go to Rumble and just click on Captain Kern there and then click follow, because I have 12 followers over on Rumble. And we're going to be doing a lot of political and law tube type stuff. And news over on the Rumble side of things. That way I don't get in trouble with YouTube and Twitch and all that. So I announced that in a couple streams ago that we're going to actually be separating the content so that everybody can, that we all have the opportunity to, be cool about things. January 17th. That is funny enough. That is my mother's birthday, Christine. That is awesome. Can I come to your panel? I might be able to. I will keep an ear out for that. I'll have to ask the wifey what the schedule is. Sure, Frank. Let's go with this here. If it was Arkansas, I'd say it's because they're unhinged, but I don't know about Tennessee stuff. Arkansas. So my uncle actually moved to Arkansas a few years ago, and he says that where he lives, the cops are very chill. But it definitely is the good old boy mentality, unless you're talking state patrol. But you talk about sheriff's departments, they will leave you alone. Where he lives, if you have a home invader, you don't dial 911, you dial 811, and it just goes away, apparently. Mm. Ah, yes. You was talking state troopers? Yeah, 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 yeah. So actually, I wanted to show you guys something here. Where is it, man? Where is it? I don't even know where the heck all of my stuff is. I got so many damn windows open. You guys ever have that problem? Here, let's just open this up. I want to show you this. I printed this earlier. This is a pliers holder for my hex wall that's right over here. You take your little pliers and cha-ching, just like that, right? And it holds 6 of them. Well, the guy that actually designed this was an absolute moron. Wasn't me, because it doesn't fit the wall, the hex wall. And I'm just sitting here going, what? He printed it parametrically, which means he printed it upside down. Not upside down, but at a 90-degree angle. It's absolutely stupid. What's happening here in the U.S. is the fault of Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. Well, not necessarily, because there's a lot of things going on with local law enforcement and stuff like that that have been gone, that have, the Democratic Party I can definitely agree with, but law enforcement power has gone unchecked for so long. And the sheer lack of training. That's one of the things that actually gets me is, I see these young officers all the time. I'm 47 years old. I turn 48 next month, y'all. I see these young officers. When I say young, I say like teens, late teens, early 20s, that they get out of CLIA, Police Academy, and they're taught the absolute very basics. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. None. And they're given a 2-week ride along with a a supervisory officer, and then let off on their own. Yeah, my email's right in the description. It should be in the description, something like that. Or you can send me Discord, one of the two. But the training is absolute shit in this country. Because if you guys think about it, we actually have more laws on the books than any country in the entire world. Did you guys know that? Between state, we have local, state, local, county, state, and federal. And then we have constitutional. Because there is a difference between constitutional and federal law. And there's quite a few of them that actually disagree with each other. And then that's the reason things get taken to the Supreme Court. Because everything is confusing as hell in this damn country, and we can't simplify anything. But if you need my my actual email, let's see here. It's my email for everything I do for all these social media accounts. So have at it. Appreciate you. Sir Frank Otter says, the new troopers we have gotten for my county, city, and state here have been good. It's the good old boys who are the issue here. Well, Sir Frank Otter, I know where you live, and a lot of information is going to be coming out about that tomorrow during the live stream about my daughter. To give you a preview, a simple preview of something. When my daughter was killed, the troopers lied to their superiors and said that they contacted me and my wife. We were never once contacted by them. Ever. We were contacted by my daughter's best friend just after midnight. So I don't trust any of those troopers ever in that state. Yeah, that whole county is a fucking shithole, and every officer that's there is a shithole officer. Now, except for one, the chief of police in that city. He and I have stayed in contact, and he's a really good man. He has done his best to assist me in everything that I need. So, but yeah, cops lie, and it doesn't matter what they do. They lie, regardless, and they're allowed to lie by law, except for in California. That's the one law that California has passed that I actually agree with, is they prevent cops from lying. Now, does that actually stop them from lying? No. They just hope to God they don't get caught. And like I said, I am not anti-cop, because almost all of my friends in this community that I live in are or have been cops at some point in time. Because we have like a rollover ratio, is you're a cop for like 5 or 6, 7, 8 years, and then you retire and then go do something else. And one of your other friends goes to the police academy and does the same shit. So, and both my parents were officers as well. So I have nothing against police officers. I just have something against bad police officers. Debbie Webb says, my cousin was in the line to pick up his son from school. Cops seen his truck and thought it was one they were looking for. 5 cars surrounded him. He was 600 pounds. Oh my God, Debbie, what the? I hope to God your family sued the absolute living shit out of them. That is horrible. I'm fucking speechless, y'all. That's horrible. You got a minimum of 5 officers that should have been charged with felonies. Jesus Christ. I can't even imagine. They were all fired. Fired's not enough. Were they charged and sent to prison? If not, that needs to happen, because there is no statute of limitations on that. The qualified immunity does not cover shit like that. One, it was a mistaken vehicle. I don't know the full details just from what you've written here. That's just, God dang. Wow. I am so sorry. The system is wrong, guys. The system is not right. The system needs to be fixed. There needs to be justice for people. So Frank Otter says, yeah, the day before Thanksgiving here, my car got pulled over 4 times just because my front plate, and it was all the same old state trooper. That's called targeting, and it's illegal. He's looking for something more than your plate, my guy. I know that trick. Now, funny enough, I haven't been pulled over in, God, 20 plus years. But my cop buddies have told me all the tricks that they use. So I now have ammunition to use against them and to prevent myself from getting pulled over. So, yeah, that's nonsense. That is absolute nonsense. No, there is justice in this country. There is justice in this country. It's just you have to be the right place and the right time. Oh my God. Well, up there, I would not doubt it. I mean, Christ, the amount of DUI cases, I can only imagine. You know, and what's funny is you can go through those, those DUI stops, just go back and forth, back and forth. They'll pull you over every single time, even though they recognize you. Or in some cases, there's actually it was a video that I watched this morning of a lady that did that, who was an attorney. They arrested her for suspicion, just because she was going up and down the street. And granted, it is kind of weird, but she was actually just simply driving past their traffic stops to see if anything was going on. And I mean, and if you have that much time on your hands, so be it. Um, one thing I always say is don't intentionally piss off officers, because in the beginning they will always win. Now they may lose in the end, but in the beginning they will always win, because they're the ones that have the guns, they're the ones that have the tasers, and they're the ones that have arrest power. And regardless of whether it's real or constitutional, they'll do it. I mean, there's been plenty of videos and stuff out there where I've seen where the cop goes, well, I'm getting a 15-day vacation for this. They don't give a fuck. It's not coming out of their pocket. If the city gets sued, they don't care. And that's where we need to have the laws changed in this nation to where there is no such thing as qualified immunity everywhere. I mean, there's no qualified immunity here in Colorado. And cases of fucking idiot stupidity and corruption are going down, drastically year by year, because these cops end up finding out that, oh shit, I get to pay for this. Benny Sway says, I'm looking for January 20th. Everything will be back in order. Probably it will start that way. It'll start. But I have a feeling that shit's going to get a lot worse between now and then, honestly. With what happened in the last couple of days, I got a feeling that things are going to get a lot worse before the 20th. And then even after that, they're going to get worse. There are forces at work in this nation and across the world that do not want that man back in office. And say what you will about him, but that tells me that he's on the right track. When you have the entire world worried about you, the governments, I should say, tells me that you're doing something that they are afraid of. And his goal is to expose bullshit. Expose the corruption, expose the lies, expose the wasteful spending. I mean, that's what Doge is for. That's the whole reason why he asked Elon and Vivek Ramaswamy to do that. Everything's going to be okay, I promise you in Jesus' name. It may. But I'm on a wait and see type of situation. And to be honest, I am, I was a Trump supporter. I haven't wavered in that. But there are forces at work that are much larger than him. And sadly, from the rumblings going on the internet, how scared, the deep state and, the liberal parties are, and even some of the Republicans, I should say, in the United States, they have riled up their bases to the point that he's already had his, a threat on his life numerous times. He took a bullet for us, for God's sakes. And I got a bad feeling that this isn't the last time. It scares the shit out of me, honestly, because, Here's what will happen if somebody does manage to do something that drastic. It will literally start civil war in this nation. And that's something we don't need. We can't have that. We need to find something, just one little thing, to bring the factions of this country together. You know, just one thing. That's all it takes. Something everybody can agree upon. Excuse me. This nation, I mean, we have lost our common sense, y'all. We really have lost our common sense. And no matter what we do, we have to be able to find a way to get it back. Common sense died 20 years ago, 25 years ago, almost 30 now. Jesus. You know, who in the hell in their right mind thinks that it's okay to send billions of dollars over to a nation that anybody in this country, for the most part, could literally give an F about? Couldn't give a single F. But we have people in North Carolina that are homeless, people in North Florida that are homeless because of hurricanes. And we tell them, oh, I'm sorry, we're out of money. But the very next hour, you write $1 billion check to a country that nobody gives a fuck about. Talk about hypocrisy and fucking lies. Putting the needs of a nation that is 3,000 plus miles away over people that are literally 200 miles away from you, 300 miles away. That's some serious balls right there. And anything anybody has to say about Joe Biden and the deep state that is behind him, the actors that are, you know, pushing him and creating his agenda for him, or with his help, or with his input, or whatever you want to call it, because nobody's ever going to know the truth about all that, about who is actually running the nation. A lot of people think it's Obama, but what do I know? And just for reference, everybody, this is my own opinion. Don't state anything as facts. I'm not going to show references and shit on the screen. Anything I say is just that opinion. You thought they said 46? It may have been. I'm just giving, you know, I'm just saying as an example, Debbie, you know. This nation has a lot that we need cleaned up in. It's horrible that, you know, we're sitting here as the, you know, an American people. We can't do a damn thing about the problems of our country in large scale. The entire cleanup effort in North Carolina and feeding those and sheltering those has currently been done by private people and private enterprise. The government hasn't even paid most of them the money they promised. Just like they haven't paid the people in Hawaii for the fires. They came up, you know, a lot of those people, the government comes up with some damn excuse of why they haven't done it. And here's the bottom line, y'all. They don't want it. Because they think that the people of another country are more important than our own. They think that we, the regular taxpayer, are going to, you know, step in and clean up their slack, which we have as much as possible so far. I mean, what was it? Arnold Schwarzenegger donated like some ungodly amount of money and built like 25, you know, homes in Tennessee for, you know, homeless veterans. You know, that was pretty fucking cool. But, and there's a bunch of other people that have done the same thing. There was a bunch of those things. And then the local in North Carolina, there's a bunch of those tiny homes built for people. And then the county comes in and goes, they're not up to code. You can't use them. Fuck you. Tear that county down. Kick everybody that is in the county seats out. Tell them to go fuck themselves. They are not, in an emergency situation like that, they cannot do that unless they are just cowardly assholes. I get so sick of that bullshit. Yeah, FEMA still hasn't replaced a bridge from the flood of 2019. Exactly. Why didn't they call? Let me ask you guys this: for all the infrastructure that was lost, bridges, roads, and I'm not talking just this last year. I'm talking all the way back to 2019, 2017, down in the South there. Why didn't they call the Army Corps of Engineers to come build that shit? You guys know that the Corps of Engineers can build and repair that infrastructure faster than anybody in this country. They're trained for that shit because their main job is to build infrastructure. CB's, oh, that's, they could do it too. And if we can't get it done, hire the damn Chinese or Japanese to do it. Have you guys seen them when they get one of those big ass sinkholes in the middle of the city? That son of a bitch is gone in 3 days. Roads repaired, everything is perfect in 3 days. I'll tell you why. It's because a lot of people that work on contract for our government are fucking lazy. They want that. They're paid by the hour. Oh, I know. They kicked them out of hotels and motels, but they'll house illegals in New York City in 5-star resorts. And in Pennsylvania and New Jersey and Cincinnati. 4- and 5-star hotels. My sister's hotel in Seattle. She is a manager of a hotel in Seattle, a 5-star hotel. She flat out told me that the government came in and offered the franchise owner a multi-$100 million contract to house illegals for 9 months. Why 9 months? I don't know. But it was a 9-month contract, and they turned it down, thankfully. Because they actually wanted to keep their normal client base. I've actually gotten to the point, y'all, I just don't understand where common sense has gone. Common sense is one of those things that I grew up with. Gen X is also called the MacGyver generation, right? We grew up with common sense and we grew up with the ability to fix things with minimal tools and minimal pieces of hardware. And that includes, any situation, whether it's fixing a vehicle or fixing a financial situation. We use this up here to fix it. We could get it done, right? But the boomer generation before us, and then the greatest generation before them, they're the ones that taught us this shit, right? How the fuck did they get so stupid? Tell me, guys, how in the world did the generations that taught us get so damn dumb? Is it just for the fact that they entered politics? I'm trying to figure that one out. There's still common sense, but it had to be taught to our kids. It's not something they learn. Amen to that. I mean, I got a 28-year-old that's got very little common sense. even though I taught him. He went to college and lost all of his. Yeah, it's just now that he's coming up on 30 that he's starting to get common sense again. You know, what these things that we do as a society in this country are beyond me. And I don't try to be insulting to anybody, right? I'm pretty much fair to everybody. I don't care what gender you are, what color you are, what religious you are. As long as you are a decent person, we can be friends. The one thing that I do put a stop to is this whole transgender nonsense. And I say that in a very caring and loving manner because I worked with a transvestite. The company I worked for in, what was it, 97 through 2003, 2002, 97 through 2002. I had a guy that actually worked for us, and he was a true transvestite. He was an individual born with both sets of you know what. And funny enough, he was a much better looking woman than he was a guy. And we had that, the whole thing. What was, the whole talk years and years ago, Rick and I did about the difference between what he is and what that was the beginning of the whole transgender movement way back then. There was little rumblings of it, not like there is today. And he said it's a mental disorder what they have. He goes, I'm physically both. His parents chose male for him because it would make his lot in life easier because of the generation he was born into. Because he's a boomer. At the time, I was mid-20s, something like that, and he was already 58, 59 years old. He was one of our installers and tech support people. And he was a really nice guy. A couple years later, I found out he committed suicide. So it's all a mental disorder. I don't know what to make of what's going on in the world today. The United States has got it worse than every other country, apparently, according to the statistics that are out there. Maybe it's the red dye number 5 or yellow number 7, hermaphrodite. Exactly, Debbie. Maybe it's the other chemicals we put into our food, the benzene and all the other bullshit, the lack of true vitamins. What I do know is we got to get a handle on this before we come on completely fucking unglued. And I got nothing against any of these people. I could give a fuck less. But the one thing I refuse to do is use pronouns. Because if you look like a dude, I'm going to call you a dude. If you look like a girl, I'm going to call you a girl. If you look like a Pat, well, I'm just not going to call you anything except for, what the fuck are you? And if you guys don't know that reference, please go back and visit 1990s and 2000s, early 2000s Saturday Night Live. Get some culture, damn yeah. But getting off of all those topics, like I said, this is just general talk show. I'm just talking about whatever's come out of my ass at the moment. So you guys see these 3D printers in the background. What would you guys like to see me do with these things? Because, we all know that printing stuff takes a long time. Now, I can print stuff that's an hour long within, the time of a show. But printing larger, multi-part complex things takes a lot of time. It can take up to 40, 50 hours with multiple different prints and a lot of plastic. So I'm trying to steer part of my content over towards 3D printing. Now, I could teach you guys, I could show you guys how, to do basic modeling inside of like Fusion 360 or Tinkercad. Excuse me. We could you print, uh, print away for donations or whatever, and then I can, whatever we print, I send to whoever is the winner, for a giveaway. I don't. What I do know is I want to showcase more 3D printing content because it's a really neat technology. It's not for everybody. I know this. But it's like, I made crystal dragons yesterday because I have the clear filament in this printer right here. It's an absolute clear plastic. And I made those articulating dragons. I made 2 of them. And I gave one away to one of our family friends and gave one to my wife for her shelf. She loves it when I print her stuff. And those are fun. And I don't mind printing stuff like that to give away. The only thing is I'm going to need to find a way to either get a sponsorship for the filament, or we're going to have to actually find a way to get some funds in to fund giving stuff away. So it's one of the things that I wanted to talk about and just, throw out there, see if anybody had any ideas. Because my Etsy shop's not doing so well. I don't know why. I literally haven't gotten an order in a couple of months, which is strange, but whatever. I've even optimized the whole darn thing. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I have a feeling it has to do with market saturation, and promotion. So, when I have a little bit of money, I might do some promoted ads and stuff like that and see if it, kicks up traction. Because all it takes is 1 or 2 people. Yeah, Etsy's being very odd at the moment. Very odd. But it only takes 1 or 2 people ordering things to get the word out, and then off you go again. So it's like the chicken grit feeders that I have listed. I listed that. That was the very first product I listed, and I got orders, from word of mouth. I got lucky, and one person ordered it, and then their friends ordered it, and another friend ordered it. And then 9 months later, nobody ordered anymore because everybody had bought one. And there's a lot of these online platforms that are being odd. Shopify is being stupidly odd. I'm not sure what's up with their platform right now because SEO hits don't work on it. And if anybody doesn't know, I actually have I just got my degree in digital marketing, so I know how to look up all this information now, and I know how to analyze it. And I have a feeling it has to do with something with the changed with YouTube's algorithm for yeah, I knew it was going to happen. My mind just went blank. Analytics, the YouTube analytics algorithm. So I have a feeling it has something to do with that because they changed it, and then Etsy started being weird. Shopify started being weird. Even Amazon listings are being very strange right now. So, and they do their own promotion. They don't use Google Analytics. I mean, you can, but by default, they don't. They have their own analytics system. So I'm looking for ideas because here's the thing about the 3D printing stuff is I need to either make it pay or just keep it as a hobby, which means no new printers, until I can afford them. And I have to keep my filament usage down and only use it when I absolutely need to, and order 1 roll at a time, which does not create a lot. I mean, just before Christmas, I ordered 4 rolls of black, and they were gone in a week. 2 rolls of clear, and no, I had 3 rolls of clear, and I have 1 left. So, because I made a bunch of these little guys right here. And I have a bunch of them left over if anybody's interested. I might throw those out for donation or whatever. And I still have a bunch of them I have to send to people that I promised them to. I just ran out of money. You know how money goes for Christmas? Is you're like, all right, we're going to do this, that, and we're going to get these people this. And then you look at the checking account and you go, oh shit, I can't even afford dinner. The week before Christmas, you can't afford dinner. Because all of my bills somehow end up being at the end of the month. Is anybody else's bills like that? That is the dumbest goddamn thing ever. Frank Otter, yep, every year. It just bothers the living crap out of me. It's like, how does everything end up at the end of the month when you know you paid this at the beginning of the month, but you have to pay it again at the end of the month? I don't get crap like that. The only thing I am truly thankful for is I own my home outright. This place is paid off and I don't owe a damn dime on it. Paid this thing off in April of 2020, March of 2020, actually. Just before lockdowns. Speaking of that, if anybody's been keeping up with that complete ass nonsense, the government has decided that we have a new pandemic on the way. I didn't say pan, I said plan. Yes, you heard me right. We're finding that the bird sickness, so that I don't get caught by YouTube's bullshit, is now spreading, and we may need to do lockdowns again. And the only thing I can tell our good President Trump is come January 20th, if you order lockdowns, you will lose all of my support. If Anthony Fauci is anywhere near this, ever, you will lose all of my support. If we don't pull out of the WHO like you promised day one, you will lose my support. Because the nonsense and bullshit that we went through for 3 years, almost 4, I won't tolerate again. Even my little small town, less than 4,000 people, all that crap happened. We lost our nursing home because of it. It's boarded up, shut down, boarded up. There's a new owner, but they're not reopening it. I don't know what they're doing. Some rich guy out of New York, his daughter bought the place, planned on reopening it as a nursing home, and then came out here and decided, I don't want to live out in the middle of fucking nowhere. So she reboarded it back up, went back to New York. So maybe they're reselling it. I don't know. I don't think we as a people can take another one of these idiotic damn pandemics. We didn't fully lock down, but there were places in town that did. Sadly, those places were vital to our small town. My shop, I owned a brick and mortar shop downtown. It was called Gear Tech. I fixed computers and cell phones and did network consultations. I did really well from 2016 to 2020. And then I had to shut it down because I couldn't order parts from China. And American and Canadian suppliers were price gouging stuff. A screen for an iPhone, like an iPhone, let's see, 8s, 10s, whatever they were back then. Just the cheap knockoff screens that were like $40-50. They were charging $250 for. Thankfully, we put a little bit of money back, and it helped keep us going. But I lost my business because of it, and it turned out to be a curse and a blessing at about the same time, because my doctor had medically retired me a couple months before all that went down because of my health issues. And it was 2021, I believe it was, that it was September of 2021. I actually started doing remote tech support for a company by the name of FoundEver, and they worked with me, with my disabilities and so forth for about 9 months. Well, thank you. I'm sorry about my loss of business too. And then they got tired of it and started bitching at me no matter what the doctor said and no matter what documentation I said. And they were just like, go piss off. Part of that was Apple and Samsung BS. Yes, it was. It absolutely was. Um, and at the same time, during the whole lockdowns and the COOF and all that, Motorola had their big merger, and a lot of people don't know this, but Motorola actually manufactured a lot of screens for people, for other manufacturers, not just their own, as well as LG did the same thing. LG makes TV screens for like half the industry. You literally have LG, Samsung, and ViewSonic as the major screen manufacturers. Now you also have TCL for televisions. But in the beginning, TCL used LG screens. Now they have their own manufacturing facility. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that go down that people don't know about, that have to be imported into the U.S. And that's one of the things that is, I'm a little bit on the edge about, the Trump tariffs, is what is that going to do to U.S. industry of U.S. made items that require parts made in China, for example, or Taiwan. Now, we are good trading partners with Taiwan, but we still have a trading deficit. And the whole thing about the tariffs that Trump wants to implement is you're either going to pay us in taxes, or you're going to make it to where if you import 100 cars, we can export 100 cars to you. And to be honest, that's fair. Yeah, almost every chip in the world comes from overseas, whether it's Portugal, Taiwan, China, Japan. Because here's the bottom line is we don't have the raw materials in the United States to even make this shit. A lot of people don't know that. Biden, he was all proud that when he got NVIDIA to say that they were going to build a factory over here, which, by the way, they still haven't done. But they're still going to have to bring almost everything from overseas. And, oh, by the way, that factory is automated. Just so you guys know, it's full of robots. There's an actual documentary up on YouTube that you can go watch with the head of NVIDIA. He actually goes through those factories, all over the world that they have, and shows you how things are made. And they have a team of like 4 people doing quality testing, and a few, overseer type supervisors, and a few mechanics on staff. The rest of it, you got a 100,000 square foot facility that's completely empty of people. You got somebody that comes in and turns the machines on and goes, start. That's all they do. And they fix shit when it breaks. They have these automation machines down so good that quality testing has a like 99% positivity rate. So out of like every 100, chips that come out of there, it's like 99.996 or some crap like that. It's some stupid high number. It's less than 1 per 100. Yeah, they have QA testers, but only like 100. That's not just in the building. That's everywhere. They only have like a half a dozen to a dozen QA testers in each facility. It's absolutely insane. And then everybody goes like, well, how come Intel does it? They're in the United States. No, they're not. Go look it up. Intel does not manufacture chips in the United States. They'll put them together but they don't manufacture them here. And that is a completely different thing. So that is something that does bother me on the basis of the trade war that is eventually going to start, because it'll end up being that things will start. Some things in the United States will start costing more. Now, do I plan on buying a fucking Hyundai? No. I don't have any money to buy a Hyundai to begin with. Which, if anybody didn't know, the parent company of Toyota just bought Hyundai. So I guess they're merging into one company. Something like that. Excuse me. I saw that in the news the other day. I was like, what? Okay. Because nobody gives a shit about Hyundai. So we have so many things going on, going back to Trump's inauguration and what will happen just after that. My question is will will the stock market crash? Will we end up in another depression not because of what Trump does, but because of what the far left does? Because we've already seen that they can manipulate markets. They have BlackRock, they have Vanguard, and of course these companies want to make money, right? But we've seen how they are willing to divest themselves of cash in order to force an outcome. I mean, there's documented proof of that. They've been fined billions of dollars by the FCC, the FEC, over the last decade, and they go, shit, we got more money than your entire country. Go piss off. And they do. BlackRock, Vanguard, and I can't remember the third one. They own a third of the entire world. Consider that for a moment. It's like 33.9%, according to Forbes, like 6 months ago. Those three entities own a third of all businesses in the entire world. Yeah, there's going to be shipping wars. There's going to be, it's going to be a damn mess. So I don't know where things are going. I would really like to have some sort of insight. That way I can make my bets. I don't have money, but I can sure find, I got some silver laying around here. I can go trade in and go make some bets. Look at the small amount of gold that I've dug out of computers over the years. We're going to go off camera for a minute, guys. Ooh. So, I mean, the smart thing that we've got going on is the market itself seems to be a little bit more protected. Now, what's interesting about some of the market stuff that I've been watching is the crypto markets. And according to, because I have crypto, I have a little bit in crypto, not a whole lot. And I've done some mining over the years. But, just taking a look like Bitcoin, it's fluctuating. I mean, in a massively rapid pace. And I don't know what's making it so unstable. Oh, I am very familiar, Debbie, with Smithfield. They bought all the hog farms and all the feedlots in my county. So we're very familiar. They own Montfort and Montfort feedlots now, and they own. I can't remember what the name used to be for the damn hog farms. So we're definitely familiar with that. And I do have to say, they have some of the best tasting lunch meats on the planet. Yeah, Seaboard and something else. Yeah, we have Seaboard Foods up north of us. A friend of mine used to work there. Yeah, all sorts of shit. So there's a lot, that this trade war thing is going to be, fascinating to watch. As long as it doesn't financially affect me to the point where I can't afford groceries, um, I'm down to see what happens. Now, the good thing about China owning Smithfield inside the United States is anything that's actually processed here in the United States would need to stay in the United States for them to sell it to make money. That's one of the things I don't understand is why we have these foreign countries that refuse to actually build manufacturing facilities in the US, but they'll buy an existing company, pay the existing wages, and then export everything back to their country. Because, like 85% of Smithfield's shit gets sent back to China because they don't have enough meat in China. There's not enough farmland and grazing lands in China to feed their population. So they do that over here. But the price is different. I've actually monitored that. I've actually seen a pack of, smoked ham here in the US at my local grocery store is like $5 for, I think it's a 12-ounce pack. In China, that exact same pack with just a different label on it is the equivalent of $14 US. It's almost 3 times the price over there. But they do it. They do it to make it to where it's. I don't understand how they think it would be cheaper to do it this way. To cross all this land. Why don't they buy grazing land in Mongolia? Get some of them winter cows and winter pigs with big hairy fuckers. By the way, everybody, if you're enjoying the stream, look at the top there. Please like, share, follow, and sub if you can. Do all the things because, I'm a small creator and I want YouTube to know who I am. I want Rumble to know who I am. I definitely want Rumble to know who I am, guys, because I am going to be doing a lot more content over on the Rumble platform, and I hope you guys will enjoy the living snot out of it because it's going to be some epic stuff. I have so many things planned, so many. See you tomorrow. I love you. I'm not going anywhere, but thank you so much. Have a great afternoon. Thank you for being here. So yeah, let's see. How long have we been on? An hour, minute? Well, you know what? I think we've actually done pretty well for the live stream. So I think we will do that. We will go ahead and cut it, and then I probably will go live again later today. I'm still working on, like I said, all of the details for a stream for tomorrow, guys. Please, if you can be there, it's it's going to be probably the most important show that I have ever done. I need to tell my daughter's story. I need the world to understand the evil that took her from us. If please share the link out. It's in the lives right now. I believe it's scheduled for 12 noon Eastern. Let me go double check that real quick. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Live streams. Yeah, it's scheduled for, well, it's noon my time, so it'd be 2 p.m. Eastern. And you can go to that right now, click notifications, do all the things there because it's important. It really is. That said, let me get in. I got to figure out how to do this. Pop out dashboard. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I swear to God. I swear to God, chat. This just bothers me. Every time I try to do something inside YouTube Studio decides to be stupid. Let me go over here. Give me just a moment, y'all. Bear with me. I'm trying to do stupid shit. And by the way, go check out my music playlist, guys. I'm adding to it every day now. And anything marked copy free is free to play anywhere. Anything else, all I ask is attribution, even if it's copyrighted. So I'm just trying to create music that people will enjoy. So yes, let's see. How do I do this? I mean, seriously, all I'm trying to do right now, guys, is figure out how on earth to redirect a stream. And I can't figure it out. How to redirect YouTube Live. Click content, go to the live tab, over Premiere Video, you want to direct it. Select customization, add redirect. Okay, so go to content, live, new details. Chat. Chat. Customization. And it doesn't give me the option, even though that okay, never mind. We won't do that. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Y'all have a great day. I'm out of here. Peace, chicken grease, and all the good things. Love you guys. YouTube's an asshole. Bye-bye.